We're going to crack these three out and see what they get. I believe this one right here with the swirl has the best shot at getting a 10 again. And the other two, I believe, will pull a 9. But we'll see. Well, I've never cracked these before, so I guess we'll just see how it goes. Hopefully I don't get plastic splatter all over the place. Alright, that was actually really easy. I think I can finish this with my fingers. Yeah. There you go. At least it's got a little sleeve on it, so that helps out. That's shiny. Alright, let's do the second one. I don't even know if I need to break it off. Those shards I'm going to be finding for a while. So typically this is how I do them with like PSA. Do something like that. And then they just pop right out. PSA is a little bit tougher. Well, that one didn't have a sleeve. It's kind of weird. It's pretty nice overall. One to go. Let's see if Chansey's easy. I'm going to just try not to shatter them off this time. Look at that. Wow, that was super easy. Wonder if I could have did that with my hands. We got them back. So if you guys remember, I broke out those 3 cards and then I sent them to PSA to see what they would grade. Now I was hoping possibly we'd get a 10 on one of the Typhlosions. I didn't think the Chansey really had a shot, and then one of the other Typhlosions I didn't really think it had a shot either. But even if they graded like a 9, I'd still be pretty close to the price that be near break even for what I had paid for them. But let's see what happened. Alright, so just a little spoiler. I did open up the tape off this so we wouldn't have to deal with that. So I kind of got an idea of what's going on here. But we'll start off with the very first one. Ooh, a 7. So the first one, I believe, that was the one that I did not think would get a 10. I was hoping for the 9. Figured probably an 8, but pulled the 7. Okay, so maybe let me zoom in just a little bit. All right, so we're looking at it. The backside, that's usually pretty clean, and you can see it's still, I mean, it is clean. It's got a clean backside. The front, I think what pulled it down, see those print lines right there? Bam, 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 bam. So it definitely was not going to get the 10 because of those print lines, but pulling a 7, man. I didn't expect it to go down that far. So maybe we'll crack this one out and try again in another place, or even with PSA again. Sometimes they're just pretty tough. So my son, he's watching. He handed me the knife. He's like, let's crack it out now, right? All right, next. Look at this. They didn't grade it. So, all right, so it says altered. Now, I was warned that that company does alter cards, but I didn't see anything that looked altered when I had submitted the card. You can still kind of see some light print lines on this side, but the card itself looked good. I'm wondering if they like detected some kind of cleaning substance on it, but I mean, I wouldn't think so, because like you can even still see like there's a little bit of a smudge in the top left. I didn't see any of that. And the back, I mean, it's just a usual clean card.
Can I look at these cards?
Yes, you can look at those cards, buddy. But I don't know why they said it was altered. Definitely don't see any inking around the edges. Usually, if there's inking, you can see it kind of like along the edge. There'll be like a blue or dark line. So I may try submitting this again. I have gotten cards before that were altered or non-factory cut, and then I've submitted them and then graded them. You know, sometimes you pull things straight out of packs and they come back that way, but for whatever reason, the person who saw this, they did detect something, or they saw something and they did not feel comfortable grading it, which it's good to be cautious like that. But you know, if I sent this in again and for whatever reason, if it happened to come back altered, I'd probably inquire a little bit more as to why I did submit this under a little bit higher tier service. So I was hoping to get some more information on it, but it just says altered. So I don't know why that was. The only thing that I can think of is maybe it was cleaned. Because if you're looking at the hollow, it did look a little extra shiny. So maybe somebody used that buffing stuff that you've seen in videos. I've never used that myself, so I don't know how that makes the surface look, but you would think that it would have cleaned the entire surface because there was some smudging still on the top left, as well as those print lines that we saw. So did not do well on either one of those Typhlosions. Definitely got wrecked on those because before they were PGC, I think those were PCG. It was one of those two. One of them's an actual company. The other one apparently is just somebody who grades stuff on their own, and that's the one that I had cracked out. And so, and those, they were 10s before. Now this was also a 10. This was a Chansey. Well, not too bad. They graded it. This one I didn't think was going to get the 10. I saw some whitening around the edges, but this one pulled the 8. So that's probably pretty close to what it deserves. Let me pull it out of here. I'll show you guys the back again, just so we can look at it. I don't know. Man, they use like the cheapest sleeves to put on these things, but at least they use some sleeves. So if I remember right, there was a few white dots around the edge, which it wasn't much. Not even seeing them now. It's probably just the way the lighting is, but yeah, there's like a little white dot there. I want to say there's one maybe right here on the edge. Either way, they're not too strong. Near mint, I think, is an accurate description of the condition of the card. I was hoping for a 9. I was not expecting a 10, but it did pull the 8. So at least it got closer to what I was hoping for than the other two. I mean, a 7 and a non-grade altered. That's pretty much just a waste of money. But if I do regrade these, I will update you guys and let you know what's going on there. I still do not believe that this card has been altered. Maybe the surface, again, I think maybe the surface was cleaned, or they thought it was cleaned because of the way the holographic was. But I wouldn't knowingly submit a card that has been altered in any way, because I think that can get you in trouble, especially if they do grade it and then you do end up selling it. Then that gets passed along to the buyer. So we'll just see what happens with that one. I don't know if I'll send it to PSA. I may send it to CGC, see if they grade it there, or I may try somewhere else, or I may just wait. I don't know. I'm going to look at it a little bit closer under some higher light, see if I can pick up anything. Maybe I'll do like the smell test. People do that sometimes to see if they can pick up on a card being cleaned. But anyways, if you guys have any suggestions to me, please let me know. I got hammered on this, went from 3 10s down to a 7, 8, and then altered. That is rough. That is very rough.